The only thing that helps the Clippers is that the Lakers are struggling as well, and they've garnered all the attention. I mean, it feels like, Clippers lost again last night. They let Luka go off for 42. Hey, but is Anthony Davis going to play tonight in Game 6? Here is Anthony Davis on his availability.
Like I said, as far as tomorrow, I obviously want to. I'm still waiting to get medically cleared, with the groin. Like I said, I'm doing everything, treatments around the clock, and it's just with me all the time, with the treatment and the exercises and the rehab stuff to, see if, everything is green for me to go on the court tomorrow.
I'm expecting him to play tonight, but what I would love to hear from him, I don't need to hear I need medical clearance. I would love for him to say, I'm playing. Whatever it takes, I'm playing. I hope it's not an excuse that, hey, I couldn't get cleared medically. Play. If you can, play. And Chris Bosh, who was with us yesterday, said he suffered a similar injury, and he did go out there and play. It hurt, didn't play well, but tried to help his team. Unless you're just saying, hey, you know what? We're going to just close up shop here and, we're going to lose Game 6. We're not going to have Anthony Davis and our season is over. I can't imagine that's the mindset of LeBron. And what can you get out of Anthony Davis? Yes, Todd.
If you don't cover the Lakers regularly and you don't need access to Anthony Davis or anybody on an immediate basis, do you ask the street clothes question to Anthony Davis and see what he says about that? Has anyone asked him what he thinks about what Barkley said?
I think you could ask. Okay, let me ask you, Todd. How do you ask Anthony Davis? When do you ask Anthony Davis?
I wouldn't ask him right away, but after a few questions about how he's feeling.
No, I'm Anthony Davis.
Oh.
I'll take questions. Todd Fritz, Booker for the Dan Patrick Show.
You've probably heard what Charles Barkley said the other night. He kind of had a new nickname for you. I'm assuming it was playful, but kind of took a shot at you. What do you think about street clothes as a new nickname? How does that sit with you?
Next question.
Wow, you're going to do that to me?
Yeah.
Freeze me out.
Well, you said it was playful, then you said he was taking a shot. So which one is it?
Charles Barkley appeared to take a shot at you by referring to you as street clothes, since you were always in street clothes.
Yeah.
So what do you make of that comment?
Next question.
You playing tonight?
I got to get medical clearance. If I get medical clearance, then I hope to be able to play.
So we should go with just the brow for now, as far as nicknames for you moving forward.
Yes. Thank you, Todd.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I don't know if you do well as a beat reporter. Our beat reporter with the Lakers.
Man, Charles Barkley called you street clothes.
Yeah.
What was that about? Speak to that.
Which nickname do you like better, the brow or street clothes? Yes, Todd.
Was that fair when Charles Barkley referred to you as street clothes on national TV on the very popular Inside the NBA?
You're still workshopping your question there?
Next question. Come on, you could do better than that. I know you're injured and you can't play, but you can answer a question.
Hey, I'm injured. Now you're hurting my feelings.
So your mouth is injured too? Just answer the question. He called you street clothes. You got nothing to say?
Brouch. Oh, yeah. Okay. A little brow and an ouch there.
Nice.
Is that going to be the headline if he can't play?
That would be perfect.
Brouch.
How do you spell B-R-O-U?
B-R-O-U-C-H. Brouch. L.A. Times. There you go. Plaschke. I'm giving that. There's your column. Yes, McLevin.
There's a lot of sensitivity now about negative questions. Somebody asked R.J. Barrett a negative question, and he fired back, and it became linked into this Naomi Osaka story. Like, it's hard to ask these negative. People are like, the media asks too negative questions. Like, that's a new thing on Twitter, where they just kill people. But if you're a beat reporter, how do you ask that street clothes comment? It's a fine line, right?
Yes, and I think you'd have to be gingerly approaching that top. Like if he says, "Hey, I'm going to be playing tonight. I'm ready to go, and whatever it takes, I'm going to be out there." is this in response to Charles Barkley calling you out, calling you street clothes? Like you could tie it in. It's going to be uncomfortable. And it'll be one of those where every reporter kind of cringes, but then they wait for the response so they can write it down. Because I've been in those scrums where you're there and you may ask a question and then you'll get, somebody for the New York Times to be like, and then, of course, they're writing down what the answer is where it's not comfortable. Yeah, Paulie.
So now reporters have to ask negative topic questions in a positive, likable manner. Like, are you looking forward to any family vacations? Yeah. After a team bows out in 4 games?
Yeah.
RJ Barrett was asked. Here's the question.
Okay.
He was asked, how will you and the Knicks view your season if you lose on Wednesday? He was asked this the day before last night's game. So he asked the reporter asked about losing. And RJ kind of cringed and goes, "We're winning tonight." That's a stupid-ass question, which is a fair answer because no athlete should talk about.
Yeah, I don't like that question.
It's a terrible question.
Now, you can ask after last night's game, how do you view this season? After the loss, I can ask you. I can't ask you, hey, hypothetically.
Imagine if he said, if we lose tomorrow, it'll still be a successful season because, if he gave some thoughtful answer to pacify them, New York media would kill him. Say he's already thinking about losing. You've been crushed.
Yes, Tom.
I think you can fairly ask, do you need to at least reach the second round? If there's a way of saying that, saying if you lose this game tonight, I think if you said it that way and cushioned it a little bit, if you don't get past
not before the loss, I don't think that's fair. Because now you're asking him to go, okay, put yourself in a position that you just lost, or think about losing. Now, how are you going to feel? That's not fair to him.
Well, he's entitled to just, blow off the question, as many do, or answer, well, my mindset is we're going to win, so I don't even want to think about, where our ranking is for how successful we are.
That's not a good question. I don't think that's a fair question. After the fact, was this a successful season? I think that's fair to ask. But, leading up, if you asked Tom Brady prior to the Super Bowl, hey, is this still a successful season if you lose in the Super Bowl? How do you think Tom's going to? If I say that to Patrick Mahomes, hey, if you guys lose the Super Bowl, is this a successful season? I can't ask you that. That's not fair to put you in a position where you're living in a hypothetical world. I don't think it's fair in that moment, with the situation. Yes, Eden.
They'd probably answer it the exact same way RJ Barrett did. They might not say that's a stupid-ass question, but say, I don't know, we're not really thinking about that. We're thinking about winning tonight.
Yeah. I just don't think it's a fair question. That's all.